Hello Canadian gardeners, cold climate gardeners, and gardeners of the extremes. How are you guys doing today? If you're new around here, my name is Ashley and I'm a soil scientist. On this channel, I like to take that science and apply it to both gardening but also plant care. So if you like the sounds of that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up. Today's video, we are going to be looking at how to close the garden down. And you can laugh at me, but this is the reality of Zone 3. We are September 4th and not a day later, the frost is coming. So that means it's time to start harvesting and time to start shutting things down. So because I have quite a bit of garden, I can't cover everything. It's just nearly impossible. So I decided to start closing down my tomato beds. I like to do this in stages and not all at once. Otherwise, it's just an entire weekend or week of anarchy. So I started with one bed, and that's kind of what I'm going to explain to you today. So I will be having B-roll laying over top of what I'm saying, just kind of showing you guys exactly what I did. So first I started off by harvesting, and I encourage you to harvest everything and all of what you have, regardless if it is ripe or even if it's the size it's supposed to be. Sometimes you get lucky and things will turn red and you'll be able to use them. Other times it doesn't work out that way, but just make sure you This is Miss Ella. Just make sure that you harvest everything that's in your eyesight. Then you can simply just pull off your tomato gauges, throw those off to the side. Doesn't matter if you tear anything, that's life. And then I encourage you to remove all those tomato plants on top of the soil. Do not leave them there for the entire year or for the winter time, because that is actually a little hotbed for fungi, bacteria, bugs, eggs, that sort of thing to harbor down and actually have a little bit of insulation from the Canadian cold, and which means you may end up with recurring issues. I especially encourage this if you have powdery mildew or some sort of infestation of any sort. I encourage you to completely remove that, expose that soil to the cold goodness that is the cold climate and Canada, because you want to use that climate to your advantage. And this is one of the advantages of where we live. If we can expose our soil, we can kill off some harmful things that we don't want to deal with. So I encourage you to remove all of that. You can compost it, but again, if you've had issues with a bacterial, a fungal issue, or some sort of insect that just kind of took over this year, maybe steer away from composting. I know it's in our best interest to do so, but maybe just, put that in the garbage. After you're done, what you're going to want to do is you're actually going to want to go in and remove all the weeds or leaves that are on top as well. And if you use mulch or a cover crop, in my case, it's chickweed. And I know that sounds very weird. Cover crops I use because it actually increases the amount of pollinators that come and hang out, increases the moisture retention, and just helps with the hydrological cycle, I find, in my beds. So I have a lot of chickweed. I have raised beds, so it's not as much of a concern. They're raised beds on cement, to put that into perspective. So there's a very low likelihood of that, getting into the rest of my garden. So that's kind of what I do there. So you're gonna wanna remove that off of your garden top. Again, you just wanna get that soil completely exposed to the wintry goodness that is Canada. So take that off, make sure the soil is completely bare. Now, if you've had, issues with your garden in the past, again, fungal, bacterial, or some sort of insect problem, I do a no-till or a low-till scenario. So that's why my garden, when I'm done, kind of looks like it's just everything's been ripped off and nothing's been dug up. And there's a reason for that. It's because nothing has been dug up. So what I encourage you to do is, if you're doing a no-till, low-till scenario, just leave it as is. But if you're having issues, again, I encourage you to till this up and actually fluff that soil. That's just gonna help that cold penetrate even deeper into the soil profile and kill off any issues that you may have. So that's all I have for you. This is a really short video, but I was gonna kind of do like a winter yard cleanup and do everything in one, from my containers to my raised beds, flower beds, that sort of thing. But I thought I'd split it. So this is just the raised bed, flower bed section. And then my next video is actually going to be containers and how to store those properly, what to do with the soil, what to do with the plants, etc. and so forth. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what zone you're gardening in. It just helps me engineer my videos just a bit better towards my audience. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.